Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Grand Spartan. So today, we're going to hop on our bike and ride for a bit. I think we're going to try to get as much brass as we can get. We can leave our pickaxe here. We'll take it with us just to break into some doors. See what we actually have in our mini bike. It's going to be midnight. It's going to be nighttime soon. And let's look at the map here. Let's zoom out just a bit. So we have this town. We have not even discovered anything to the east. We do have another small town here. And we have the town over here that we've been going through to get up to the other hub city. Of course, that one's infested with zombies, and this one up here. So we have a lot of towns that we can hit for as much brass as we can get. Didn't mean to make that rhyme, but it did. Sounded pretty good. Let's see here. Let's eat a little bit. Top back off there. Drink a little bit and top back off there as well. Tell you what, I'm probably going to have to give some points out of this eventually. We'll go ahead and throw our 600 wrench on us here. Before I take off, it may not be a bad idea. I don't want to take this off my belt. We'll throw the nail gun in here to get some forged iron real quick. I do believe if I click on this, forged steel. Let's get some forged steel real quick to repair these wrenches with if we need to. So I don't plan on... Boy, 4 is not going to be enough. Let's see how much we can pump out here real quick. We don't need... we might need 113. Let's just pump out a few. Probably takes about 5 or so to repair. We'll take the 4 that we have in here. And just one repair is going to get us a long ways. We'll go up to 16. We'll take 16 with us. What you're going to notice, and I know some of you may cringe, is when we do scrap cars, we are going to be leaving behind almost everything. I may keep some engines. I don't think I'll keep any batteries. We'll scrap those for the lead. But let's ride around this little town first, since we are here already. Let's look for some brass in this small town. Okay, so here's a little trick. Some of you probably already know this. If you don't, then you learned something today. The Grand Spartan was able to teach you something. Let's check these guys for brass. And that's brass. Click on a symbol. Check all these guys out real quick. Make sure they don't have any brass on them. Of course, she's not going to have any. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little secret that I use personally here. We're on the server and we need brass. You can take a wrench to these. Of course, you get some electrical parts, 16 brass for each one. Now, I don't know that I've done a luxury house on the server, but all other houses, yep, it's just the same here. You see the lights up on the ceiling? They are brass as well. So you get a good amount of brass. And the sink fixtures. The difference with the sink fixtures are you have to destroy those. You get them in your inventory. Scrap 18 for that. So this one house should produce a pretty solid amount of brass. It's just a quick fix. It's it's limited supply because once I do this, it's just never coming back again. It's not going to replenish itself. So it is what it is. But there are enough houses from city to city. And like I said, if you see the brass on the front of the house, there's a really good chance that the faucets are brass and all the interior lights are brass. And we'll keep it closed until I get all of it. But once we get it all, I'll take a look at the inventory and see what we got just from this one house. And I think it might actually surprise you to find out how much you actually get from scrapping brass in a house such as this one. So make sure, yep, there's one right there. Make sure we don't miss any as we go through. It's just a quick fix, you know. It's certainly not going to be the end all for brass. You're going to have to find, you're going to have to loot some from zombies. You're going to have to scrap cars and all as well. But it is one of the fastest ways for a quick fix on, I'm not going to spend much time scavenging other things. Right now our focus is brass, and being that we're going to be fighting zombies at nighttime and all, we're just going to really concentrate on that. Let's go in this room over here and get this one. And this one, let's cross our fingers and maybe one more sink is brass, and it is. All right, scrap that. So in this one house, we got 360 brass just from this one house. So that'll give you a good idea of the direction you can go for getting your brass fix, getting what you need. I'm not going to keep these electrical components, most likely. I don't really need them. I don't think I'll be using them. I have some stashed away already. So let's take another look around the exterior of the house. Make sure we didn't miss any out here. There, we sure did. So there's some on the... Tell you what, let's just do it like that. So not just 360, but 397. Oh, well, actually, a few of those were bullets. But either way, you see that that's a quick almost 400 brass. Because you're more than likely going to find a bullet or a couple bullets or something in each one, too. You can scrap the 9mm bullets that you don't use. So you can just ride around these houses, check the outside. Now you see that one has a black light on the outside. That means that it's iron, and it's going to be iron there and iron on the inside. So it's a waste of your time to go in there. That one's black. That one's black as well. There aren't a whole lot of houses that are full brass, but you will find one here and there, and you're guaranteed to get about 300 or so brass from each one of those houses. There's another nice looking home right over there. That's not the one we just looted. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see here in a second. After we get run over you, lady. So is this the house? This was not the house we were just in. It's not going to be long. And we're going to be facing running zombies. Oh, look at that one just spawned right in front of us. How about that? It's pretty wild and wicked, so I guess it's just the back side of where we're just at. So let's take a ride over here. Those are iron. Here we go. Here's another one right here. So we may not actually have to spend too much time doing this like I had imagined we would. Well, it didn't stun him or anything. I may be able to just do a couple cities, a couple towns. And loot these guys. Oh yeah, here we go. Once again, brass light fixtures on the inside. Walk out this back door and... Whoops. Not good. Don't you give me the virus. Nice. There are actually two out here on the outside. We're going to get overrun here in just a moment. I probably should have brought some beer. Let's go ahead and kill these off now before it's too late and they all start running and we can't get away. I always check the zombies just to make sure, because they can have brass as well. Here's another. There we go. Look at that. Two sinks side by side. Throw out this wood. So the two faucets, there's 37 right there. So we're almost up to a full stack. You know, I think I had maybe quoted a little too high on what I imagined I'd stay out and get when I said 10,000, which would be excellent if we could come across that amount. I do not believe we're going to be out here to get that quantity that... if we did, it's going to take, it's going to take us a while. We'll absolutely get all that we can get. It's about to be go time with the zombies. Let me sit up in my seat. I'm slouching over a little bit. There's another sink. Nice. We'll scrap it up. Scrappity. At least outside here we have a fighting chance with the zombies at nighttime. Got plenty of room to move around. There's a gun. Some bullets on him. Let's take out the big guys. Get a little tougher when it starts nighttime comes. Well, they're everywhere over here, aren't they? We're going to have our hands full in about 2 minutes. You have to be pretty quick and efficient when it's nighttime and you're out doing this. I do encourage you to spend time outside at night, though. Don't stay hunkered down inside your base. It's a little bit more challenging, but you watch me here. Once you get a decent set of armor, it doesn't even have to be super, and you get your pummel Pete leveled up a bit. It's absolutely safe to go out and do what you see me doing here. We're going to go ahead and throw these electrical components out. Don't need those. We're going to click on a symbol, and then we're going to scrap, and scrap. All right, well, pretty good find so far. Only a couple houses, but a couple better than none, and we haven't really gone anywhere. We're still here close to the base. Let's see. Iron. Let me take a look at where I'm at in the city here. Okay, here's another brass one. Let's jump off and draw them out to us. Trick to this club is, and the machete actually, is aiming a little bit above their heads. If you aim directly for their head, more than likely you're just going to hit their body. And you're not going to get anything done doing that. We're actually going to scrap this. I normally wouldn't scrap these, but since we are so far away from home, kind of do a little 360 around me here to make sure I don't miss any others. They are going to continually keep running at us. There's a little lead too. You know, we could go ahead and scrap that because we're going to be getting lead from car batteries eventually when we finally go out and scrap some cars. Do a little spin around, make sure that we're good. Sounds like they're on the second floor. Oh, there's one right there. Nurse Nancy. Come here, Nurse Nancy. I will eat that. All right. If you are going to do this, you know, all you have to do is just make sure you bring some health kits along with you. And good to go. We'll eat that as well. You know what, we'll check that toilet. Sometimes you can find a pistol in there and some ammo. Just to get into the kitchen, the easiest way I can think of is right here. Yep, there's a brass fixture right there, or brass faucet. Little backpack action. So they don't want us taking their brass. I'm not very happy about that, but can't help them. I have to have it, zombies. I have to have your brass. I would normally take that shotgun part right there. Now that we are collecting those, go ahead and scrap this as well. Sorry about that. Sometimes you get a little brass in these trash piles as well. So all that noise was just from a couple zombies. I don't see them either. Sure there's none in there. Let's go ahead and get this light fixture. So see a well-timed spike club with some pummel peat, actually. You know, have to have the pummel peat, but a well-timed spike club is there we go. There's the trash pile right there. Is the guaranteed way to protect yourself at nighttime. You see how efficient it is. You aim a little above their heads so that you make sure to get that headshot. Even a body shot is going to slow them down a little bit. So take that spike club out. Now a machete, probably not my preferred weapon for nighttime combat like this, because the machete, it is a faster swing. Problem is it does not stun them. you can delimb them. You can take a limb off, but it's not going to stun them like this club does. I can pretty much hit one anywhere with this club, and it's going to slow them down. You know, it's going to stun them. And you can take limbs off with it as well. Now that is not brass. I thought that was going to be brass. Oh, that's brass. Oh boy, I jumped off at a bad time with a bike there. Nope. Oh, I did pick up the virus. Ooh, a lot of brass on that zombie. Did you see that? Oh, this is not good. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Run by them, do a little kiting here for a moment. Don't really want to fire a gun and spawn more at nighttime, so if you can stand to... Oh yeah, alright. Doorknob fell out. I don't know how that happened. The body got destroyed, I guess. So if you can just stand it, you know, and take them out with the club, you're going to save yourself spawning even more. Yeah, we'll take that in. We'll scrap all of that. But we're going to assess what we've picked up so far. And I don't even know why, really. Honestly, I'm scrapping the casings just to save space. Boy, that's a lot of 10mm. We'll hold on to those for our submachine gun. The turnaround on, I think when you scrap a casing, I believe it takes, for one casing is, I forgot what the ratio is on that now, but you're losing out by scrapping the casings. It's not a good thing to scrap them. It'd be better to just keep them, you know, for our purpose, but the purpose here tonight was, well, I'll show you all how to go out and get a decent amount of brass in a short period of time. And we are going to smelt it down to make those casings. But typically, I guess, you know, I'm worried about space. And I guess, honestly, I'm going to be good for space. I'm going to have plenty of space when it's all said and done. Because, of course, we haven't left the first town yet, and my plan was to hit multiple towns. This may be a little bit boring for some of you to watch me do this. This is absolutely boring to me. When I'm on the server or something, this is just one of those mind-numbing things. Like, oh, I have to go out and scavenge and kill some zombies, and it's not very doesn't really appeal to me as much as building and some other things. Where's he going? Hey, buddy. Right there. Man. Came running through there like a crazy man. Like a crazy man. Like I said, always check the toilets if you're after ammo. Pistols. You know, they'll sometimes have pistols in them. The trash. Trash is a good place to get them. Oh, and that's just a regular old fixture up there. And this is scrap iron. So it's going to probably be easier for us just to do this number right here. Check in here. Sometimes the corpses have, yeah, see they have ammo. It's a good way to go. Let's just break into this safe real quick. I usually don't take time to do this, but we have an auger and have plenty of gas. Alright, so just a bunch of junk, really. Nothing that we want to take with us. Not when we're out doing this. Mr. Crawley. Mr. Crawley. Do. Alright, so let me go ahead and scrap this. Sorry about that. It's a little rowdy around the house tonight. Tell you what, give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Cut down on the noise a little bit there. All right, let us look around one more time and make sure that we aren't missing any. Of course, we're back where we started now with all of that. I don't think that the theater has any brass that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure I checked that the other day on the server and I did not find any. Heck, while we're here, let's run over to the hardware store. Of course, we're gonna have to fight off a few zombies to do it. Well, maybe more than just a few. Maybe a few dozen. Yeah. All right. Oh, you're running me down. You're running me down. Oh, and now you're walking. You're walking me down. Well, I think I got hit more by the walking zombie than I did the running zombies. Ah, I lost a little point there. That's all right. Come on. Really? All right, let's pick through what they have. Scrap you. So zombies are another way of getting your brass. Especially from time to time you'll get doorknobs and candlesticks and things like that, you know, and you get a lot of brass from those, so try not to pile them up too much in one pile so they don't, bodies don't fall on top of each other. Alright, yeah, more bullets on that one. Don't want a broken leg, Mr. Crawley, so you stay away from me. You stay away from me. Well, we just opened up the floodgates. I just heard a screamer. Sounded like a screamer. Oh, he's making that nasty squishy noise. Do 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 do. So far we're doing okay. You know, if you do this every so many days, you're good on brass. If you don't do it often, you will run yourself dry. We've been pretty fortunate on those hordes. We've been getting a lot of brass. And that's held us over thus far, but it comes to the certain point to where you really just have to get out and start working for it when you start using a lot of it. Now, I'm not one that uses a lot of guns, well, normally you see that, you say that, and then I use like 4 different guns on the last horde, but normally I don't use a lot of guns. Crossbows are sufficient for ranged, and of course I use a lot of the spike club. So maybe one day we get to go and loot the hardware store. I don't know. if the zombies will ever stop coming. Whoa. Let's just checking to make sure we got... there's an untouched. We'll take that little bit of lead off of him. So it looks like they're just going to keep coming from all directions. This must be like a little hot spot or something where they just never stop coming. Because ever since we pulled up, we've been dealing with this. Of course, they weren't all over the town like they were here. So I don't know. I think I'd remembered this from before. Oops. This being a kind of a hot spot in town for all the zombies. Come over here. Well, there's another level for us. Alright. Scrap. Assemble. Assemble. I think we've already assembled these. We just didn't have time to scrap them. Now, scrap these pistols and the bullets. And we're going to scrap the trophies and the doorknobs just to save space. And not that we necessarily are running short on space, but just for space sake, we'll do that. And we're going to step into the hardware real quick. We're probably not going to take much. We're just going to take a look around, see if there's anything worth having. We'll take the wrench. That could be beneficial in what we're doing. You know what? I'm going to go take another wrench. Look at that. I'm going to take these wooden frames and go ahead and get a collection of those going on my bar. You never know when you're going to have to build yourself out of a bad time, bad situation. And so I don't have to explain it again. The reason I'm able to loot these twice is because I left loot in the last time I was here. I didn't take all the loot. And so now that I come back, see, it just says search working stiffs crate. It doesn't say untouched. But now that I've done that, it is an untouched crate. So that's how some people were saying, oh, he's glitching the game. He's able to loot them twice. But I'm not really looting them twice. This is just some junk that I left behind from last time that I'm going through and looting this time. So that's good. Let's do a little sort here. Up to 1,052 brass. It's not too bad. Kind of hope to come by it a little bit faster than what we are. But we're still in the same little town. We've not ventured too far away from where we started to have 1,000. Absolutely throw that 1,000 in the forge. So let's take a look at the map here. There's an airdrop right there. So we started off over here, and we've worked our way down and over here. Now this house, I don't know that we searched, and I don't know what that is. Let's go back over this direction real quick. And we may call this for hunting for brass after this first town for now. I'm getting a bit fatigued with this. I don't want to bore you all to death with hunting for brass, because it's certainly boring to me. It's necessary, you know, if you're going to make bullet casings, then you have to do it. All right, that one has iron. All these are iron. What we most likely could do, we're going to get this airdrop that's here in town for one. Well, there are two. There's one there and one there. So we're going to grab those, but what we could do... Oh, there's brass over here, brass house. Brass house, you know, brass on the house, I guess I should say. Brass lighting. So we could, okay, so we got this one. I just happened to miss the light that was in the back. Yeah, we got that one. We could gather up our nitrate. We could head over to the back to the hub. Well, that guy just spawned there. He's in the middle of the house somehow. Keep an eye on you, buddy. I don't know what's going on with you. Something's a little fishy. So I do not believe... Alright, we got a radiator. I do not believe you can get... a radiator from this third stage of the car. I don't think I've ever gotten a radiator from it. So maybe a waste of time to rent a car in the third stage if you're trying to get brass. Now most of you probably just need anything you can get from a car. So absolutely, yeah, we'll scrap this. Right. But if you're just in search for radiators, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, I believe, by just scrapping the first 2 stages of the car and then moving on to the next. Thought there was a car lot, but that may be in a different town I'm thinking about. And always, before you scrap a car, make sure you loot the car first. I have found a good many radiators just by looting the cars before actually scrapping the cars. I'll throw some of this stuff out we won't need. You know, I don't know why I was throwing that short iron pipe out. I can scrap that. It's really a giant waste to do what I'm doing, but really was trying to impress you all on how much brass I could collect in a short period of time. And I guess now we've been doing this for about, what, 20 minutes or so. I didn't start off the episode scrapping brass, excuse me, for the first few minutes. So let's just say in 25 minutes, we've been able to pick up 1,237 brass, 2 radiators, which are 100 each if you throw them in the forge. You know, and some bullet casings. I did scrap some of those, few bullets. So it's not as daunting of a task as you may think. Also, most of you probably enjoy scavenging and doing things like this. So it's going to be fun, you know, to go around to all the different towns that you have uncovered when you're ready to make a bunch of bullets and see how many houses you can find that are full brass, the faucets and lighting, and you know, add it up, see how much you come up with at the end. Just like I said, I'm not a fan of scavenging or killing zombies per se regularly out in the open like this. It's just a little bit boring to me, but I hope that you all have enjoyed watching this, and maybe that some of you have learned a thing or two by watching this, because absolutely something that everyone can use if you don't know about it already. Could help you moving forward. So I thought oh, there it is right there. Okay, I was gonna say I thought the airdrop crate was up here. So we get to get rid of our virus 600 SMG barrel. Don't know if we know the flaming arrow yet or not. We're gonna read it anyway. Get our weapon smithing up, and we'll take the antibiotics just for right now. Oh, did not mean to fall off the side of that building. Check up in here real fast. See what's good. Not much. Oh, there is something good though. Some brass. So there you go. There's one more place to get it, in a gas station. Can a man get a beer to drink? No, he sure can't. Alright, good deal. Good deal. Now we're attracting some attention to us here again. And if you have the zombie spawn on very high like I do here, of course, we haven't had a terrible amount of brass come from the zombies so far, but you're going to get a decent amount from the zombies. I was hoping to really get more than what we've gotten with all that we've fought, but we probably have only gotten a handful. Well, there's one right there as I say it. Alright, so let's take a look. There was one more airdrop here. Go down this road and take a left. Watch out, piggy! Oh, he turned just at the right moment. There's no brass in the bank. Checked that before the other day. There's no brass in there. Only really hitting the high quantity places, the places that are visible brass. It's easy to tell. Look at that, radiator right there. So I usually put the radiators in the forge as a whole piece. I just put a stack of 5 in there. We'll go ahead and get all this and just scrap it. Because if you scrap it, I believe you only get, what, 75% or something like that. So it's better just to throw it in the forge whole. Same with candlesticks and all this. So the batteries, I don't know if you know, each battery that you scrap, you get 120 lead for it. That makes your bullet tips. This episode, I guess, is just based around getting everything you need for, the last few episodes. Last one, and then, of course, because we were looking for nitrate, just some things you can do to help you make bullets. Bullets are, I preached about it at the beginning of this series and how I don't like using guns. They're very resource heavy. You have to repair them. The one thing they did that encouraged me to use them a little more often now is they made it so you could combine parts. Instead of having to repair them, you can just combine them in the workbench, and you certainly get enough parts to do that, to keep them up snuff. But don't be afraid if you have the repair kits to repair them from time to time. And then, okay, that airdrop is here. And then when it drops down kind of low in quality, then you can combine the parts. But absolutely, make sure you repair them from time to time and not just constantly, replacing or combining them, because that is sort of a waste. I think this is science, right? Max level for that skill. All right. Looky, looky. Nice. Hey, you're protecting your brass over here, huh, buddy? Well, I need it. Tell you what. Oh, how did I miss him at point blank range? I think we just spawned some zombies. Oh, sir. What are you doing there? Oh, weaving and a bobbin. All right. Now, back to what we were doing. before we were once again so rudely interrupted. No radiator. Let's go in and get all this brass. So each town you go to, there's plenty of brass to be had. You know, we may have even missed a house or two because we rode around at nighttime, but it's pretty easy even at nighttime because the light shines and you can see the gold coming from the light. Probably scrap one of these wrenches here in just a moment. You know, we'll read that. Oh, I'm at the max level for that skill. Hey, zombie. I'm not in there anymore. I'm actually over here now. Oops. Good stuff. Pitter patter of little footsteps coming up the stairs. Yep. Come here, lady. Go ahead and put you out your misery. So we'll count it all up here soon. Shortly, we'll see what we ended up with at the end of the day. Not an enormous amount, but enough, you know. Satisfactory. We'll give ourselves a satisfactory on the grade for what we were able to accumulate for the day. See if there's some bullets inside the gun safe here. Nope, bunch of junk. We could scrap all that stuff, but we're not going to. All right, moving on along. Make sure I did not miss anything. Did we go into a bathroom? Is there no bathroom? Some more casings. It's really a shame you can't scrap the Duke coins. Make brass out of them. Here's the bathroom right over here. Nice. I was thinking there might be one more over here. It's the toilet. Good, good, good. Even a little water in the bathtub there. Take a bath. Get all cleaned up. Tell you what we'll do. I'm gonna scrap this car. I am full. See what all we can scrap in our inventory here. Can't scrap the electrical parts. So it was actually a waste to bring so much gas. I really thought, though, we were going to go a lot further than what we did. There's a 532 engine. We'll keep that. This small engine here, we could probably scrap it, but you know, we can combine it with another. Good stuff. What is a bear? I wonder if we should test our hand with that bear. Maybe not. May want to stay away from that bear. Let's look at this car here. Ah, there's a radiator. Nice. See, I went a little overkill on the gas, just thinking, well, I was going to be going to different towns, and it's okay. We'll take it back to the hub city with us when we go, most likely. Make sure I have room just in case a 600 engine were to pop into there. You never know. It's a little bit of a pain with our inventory full like it is. All right, so let's head back over to our little base here. Where did that airdrop drop? Okay. Airdrop fell over there. We're not going to concern ourselves with that right now. Watch out, Mr. Piggy. Shoot back over. Oh! Missed this one. Don't want to miss any of these. Since we're not really going to go out to too many places and make sure we get all of what's here available in this small town. And you realize, too, I know you see this, this is a very small town. This is not a large, super large town. It's not just loaded down with houses, so there's a lot of these towns like this all over. You see how many houses we've come across that have had brass in them. They don't sound very happy up there. Let's go put them out of their misery. So they're actually outside. I thought they were inside. More junk. Ooh. Nurse Nancy almost got me. Alright, well, you know what? We didn't check the back door. Shame I can't scrap the doorknob on that door. Though I've never tried to take a wrench to a door. Maybe possible, who knows? Whoa, lady. Tree Farm's really calling my name over here. 45,000 wood just sitting there waiting to be harvested, but you know, I don't have the chainsaw, and admittedly I don't feel like spending all that time cutting those trees down with an axe. It wouldn't take us that long, but then we're gonna have to spend more time over here. So before we end the episode, let's go back and assess all the brass that we picked up. Make sure there was none in here to be had. No. Go ahead and turn this off for the time being, and we'll leave this over here too. So if you count the 500 that we have here, We came up with 1,729. Nope, 1,751. A little tiny bit of lead. Nothing to brag about or write home about. We're going to throw our wrenches in here because we don't need those on us. We can actually assemble, scrap. So pistols and everything. You know, we came up with about almost 1,800 brass, plus the 500 for the radiators. Not a bad run. I'm sure you could move a little more efficiently than what I did by going around. And of course, we started at a bad time by going out at nighttime, and I think I ended up spending more time fighting zombies than I did anything. But we're going to combine this, get a little better engine. What else could we do? We could dump off. Let's do a sort. This and there to give us our extra space for our nitrate powder. Get our 10,508 nitrate. That's good stuff. Excited about that. What a super find that was. And I tell you what, I never should have taken that much gas. We're going to leave most of that gas here back behind for when we do some augering somewhere, because we have plenty more at the hub city. And we'll come back over here at some point, grab that up, do a bit of augering for some lead. Maybe we can mine for lead somewhere around the hub. But I think the best place is going to be over here, like where you find it lying around on the ground, so forth and so on. There's a little bit more brass right there to add to it. So 1807 plus 500 there. A few casings and a few bullets. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I hope you have enjoyed today. I hope it's helped some of you. You know, maybe you had a question about brass. Boy, I'm short on brass. I wish I could find some brass. And those luxury homes are super good. They're loaded down with it. But there are plenty of houses, as you can see, where you can absolutely find your fair share of brass. So we'll go back. We'll put this in the forge, let it cook down, and make some casings. Get a little bit of lead fired up as well. And then most likely we're going to go mine for some coal to mix along with this, all of this nitrate that we found. We're going to start pumping out some gunpowder. And then find ourselves some lead. Now the lead, don't let the mining for lead deter you, because it's not going to take long. Once we locate one node of lead underground, based on my findings here on Alpha 15, there's plenty of it. If you thought there was a lot of nitrate concentrated in that one area, boy, the lead, you should see it. It's all lumped together. So we're going to go do that. Don't know if we'll get to it next episode or not. But I would like to go ahead and piece together all of the things we need to make 7.62 rounds and maybe some 10mm rounds, though it wasn't very effective. The AK and the sniper rifle were the most effective. So we'll probably just make some 7.62 rounds. But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Join me again tomorrow as we prepare ourselves for the next horde here in a few days. I'll see you tomorrow.